Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar, and I don't know what kind of video this is gonna be right now. So I'm pretty much talking off the dome. I don't know, but we gonna see. So let me tell y'all about what happened Saturday. I was working with my friend, and that was my last day. I'm gonna work with her for this month, meaning one on one. Like we both are running one side of the department as partners. Whenever I say somebody's my partner, I'm running one half of the department and they running the other half. So they have it where there are four of us doing specific jobs. And so she and I were doing the same exact job. Like what I have to do, she got to do. Meaning the same paperwork I'm doing, she doing. Like we're the only two this week, well this past week, that had to do that together. Next week it's gonna be me and the dude that look like, sound like T-Pain and all that stuff, my friend. I'm gonna see how that go because I've never had to work directly with him like that before. Even though like this week he's been the breaker. The week prior to that, he was somewhere else, but he was still working back there with us. But yeah, he was pretty much somewhere else. So it just is what it is, y'all. So I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. So my friend, the woman who's older, she's in her early 50s. She's the same person that I've told y'all about who the not so married man approached last year, talking about he liked what he's seeing, he wants to see more of her, and that, he's married, but he's getting divorced, and that he basically wants her to be his side chick. Even though he lied to me and told me he had been divorced at the beginning of the year. Like, what is you talking about? Talking about the divorce decree at the house as early as April of last year. So what are you talking about, sir? So you lied in my face. In all honesty, I don't remember if I told y'all, but the dots that got connected because of that. Only reason why I finally know what's going on, meaning this conviction that that's about to come down on him, is because she was like, "Well, you can look and see if there ever was a divorce by looking online." I just didn't. I just was like, I don't know. I mean, I knew that, but I didn't think of it because in my mind, like I keep telling y'all, this man told me everything that this man told me up until that. It checked out. Everything, like he hadn't lied to me. Everything else I've been able to verify easily because I knew the people that we were talking about and all that because they his cousins and everything lined up. Even when he said that he said certain things to my friend that's dating one of his cousins, it all lined up. She was like, "Oh yeah, that did happen." So I'm like, why would I think he's lying? So anyway, y'all, we working. Me and my friend, the woman, the 50-year-old woman, and she comes in Saturday highly upset, which is Friday night, Saturday. That's what they like to call it. She highly upset because her pants don't fit the way she wanted to fit, and she was angry. I have never seen her like this before. Now I've seen her upset, but not to this degree to where she was just like she's completely focused on not being there. I'm not finna do no work. Like she didn't do no work for 99% of the day, and it was affecting what we had going on. Now, since I'm running one half of the department, I'm looking like, well, dang, they keep on calling us on the radio about stuff. Like, what's going on? Not realizing she's not correcting her side. So it is what it is. And so, like, by the time I realized that she's the main reason why, she was finna go to break, and I had went over to her side and I started trying to correct some of the stuff for her so that because y'all, it was so bad. Like we was getting behind. It was so bad. They kept calling on the radio, and I had forgotten how many breaks had happened. Like I don't even know how many breaks we ended up getting. I think we might have gotten shortened a break. Like I don't know. So she ended up having to go to break and at least get her last lunch break in or whatever. And so I was like, all right. I had already went over there, started helping her, and this woman that I told y'all about, that when she see me, she's usually with this other woman, and so I speak to both of them. The other woman always speak back, but her, she don't never say nothing. And so I just be like, what is that about? I don't know, but she know how to speak, y'all. It's not like she has social anxiety or she's just quiet or something like that. Like I'm quiet until I get to know people. Yeah, that's the common misconception. People are like, oh, she's so quiet. Or when they hear me talking, they be like, I didn't know you could even talk. I'm like, child, you don't know me, that's why. Now I ain't out there, but when I know you and you really get to know me, we can talk about some things. So she don't talk to me, right? And so I just got to the point where I just say good morning, and I know she's not gonna say nothing back when she's with that other person, and I just acknowledge the other person. So it is what it is, y'all. So she appears from out of nowhere. Keep in mind, her name is nowhere on the schedule. So I'm saying to myself, why is she back here? Like, then the heifer who don't never be at work, always leaving early, who has my job. Keep in mind, people talking about, oh, we didn't know you even applied for this job. We didn't think you want the job. We didn't think you wanted this job. I said, every time y'all have been putting jobs up for months. Every time y'all put those jobs up, y'all put them up at the same time, and I apply for both. But they talking about they never got my application. Child, so that heifer ended up getting my job. Lazy heifer, it is what it is. Tell me why my friend told me that she gonna end up getting booted at some point in time. And I was like, no, she's not. She got FMLA now. She was like, see, she's misusing it. She's not understanding that the way she's using it is going to catch up to her, and they're going to still be able to find a way to fire her despite the fact that she has FMLA. So, but what's tripping me out about her is that she'll sit up there and she will leave. She'll act like, oh, I need this overtime. And then she'll leave early. And it's like, girl, is it? So there have people on my shift that haven't been at work because they're out on vacation or whatever, right? So we needed a person to do my job. And so she's been over there volunteering because I look at the schedule. I was looking at the meeting. I saw her in the meeting. I'm like, why is this heifer here? She volunteering to work. And I'm like, I don't understand why you don't understand how FMLA works. You still have bills that need to be paid, ma'am. So you leaving early because you want to be lazy and not do no work, they're not going to pay you for that. They're going to allow you to leave without being penalized for that. Like, you're not going to get occurrences, but you are not going to get paid. So now she be having to play catch up. And I'm like, you hustling backwards, dummy. I don't understand. Like, you should have just stayed where you was at, or you need to go find your job somewhere else, because the stuff we be having to do is not that it's hard. She's just lazy. Like, every department she's ever worked in, I hear nothing but terrible things about her. So I was confused when I started seeing her, because she was the main one hollering, talking about, oh, well, now that she's back here, we're not going to get any more overtime. Y'all knew that I was training. So what you thought was going to happen? They were going to put me to work immediately because the person whose spot I took, he's not here, ain't been here since long before I even started training. So they kind of didn't have a choice but to throw me in there and train me. And immediately after training, I started taking that man's spot. So you mad why? But anyway, I'm trying to figure out why she mad. This other person, I understand why she mad, because she literally she's always been doing overtime. She's always volunteering for overtime. Every position that she's ever worked in, she's always pulled overtime. And she's trying to gather up some money so that she could take herself and her kids to Florida for, I guess, not spring break, summer vacation or whatever. And I'm going to get to that in a minute about her. So I'm just like, okay, feel how you feel. But she had to meet them. I'm like, child. So the job that she's doing right now, there's no reason for her to be in the area that me and my friend are in. So she keep on appearing, and I'm just like, girl, I can't stand when I'm doing something, somebody want to roll up and kind of try to oversee. Get up out of here. Go where you're supposed to be. Like, that started pissing me off so bad. I was just like, ooh, Lord. Like, she really started pissing me off. I had went up to my friend, and I said, girl, I'm so sick and tired of her coming in here. Like, nobody called her. Now, had we needed her help, she wouldn't have been nowhere to be found. Like, girl. So, anyway, so I already got to deal with her. She in her feelings. And I'm like, you're in your feelings for the wrong reasons, ma'am. You need to be in your feelings because you're going to get fired soon. That's what you need to be in your feelings about in advance. How about that? So, anyway, the other person that I just told y'all about that always gets overtime. She always, tries to get overtime. She always volunteers for overtime. So Saturday, she came in there towards the end of the day, like the last 2, 3 hours of the day. I was confused because her name was not on the paperwork for her to be back there. So I'm guessing she was an extra and they let her come in and help. So my friend hadn't been doing what she needed to be doing on her side of the department. And so once I realized that, I was like, oh, okay, let me go over here and help her. So I went over there and I started helping so that they could stop calling us over the radio. Like, they really kept calling, and I was just like, what is going on? Because I didn't check my stuff fine. I did my paperwork. I noticed she hasn't done her paperwork at all. Like, I'm just like, it's very important paperwork, whether they're gonna ever look at it or not. It's you. And then they have a camera trained on us, so they're seeing that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Like, it's very important. Like, believe it or not, it's very important paperwork that you're supposed to be doing. I don't see her doing it. So if she doing it, she doing it when I'm at break. So, but I don't think she did it. There's no way she could have done it because of what she said. And again, I can't go into details about that. But anyway, just know she hadn't been doing her paperwork. So anyway, I went over to where she was and I started helping her. And then she was like, okay, well, I'm finna go to break. I said, okay. So the woman that don't never speak, she ended up coming over there. And so I saw her. I was on one end, she was on the other. So I was like, well, we just gonna keep it the same way we've been keeping it. When she don't speak to me, cool, it is what it is. So I'm doing, what I need to do. And then I see my other friend and I told him, I was like, well, I don't know how many breaks we've taken or whatever. And, I'm gonna go to break. So some good time had passed by. It was almost time for my friend to return. So I was like, like, it was getting real close. So I was just like, I'm trying to get all my breaks in. Like, this is a long time to be here at work and not get your breaks in. And keep in mind, y'all got to factor in the fact that my period is on. And I drank this much of alkaline tea. Tea makes me urinate like a racehorse. And I was okay, but it's just the fact that I did that. And, it calmed my uterus and things down all the way, but it was something that I did. And I mean, usually I can have a break where I could take me 5-10 minutes to go walk all the way where I need to walk to go to the bathroom and do that. It was just so hectic that I ain't even had time to do that. So when I would go on my breaks, that's when I was going to do that. So, child, I was just like, what is going on? So anyway, she doing what she doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. So my friend ended up texting me like maybe 10 minutes after I had already gone on my break, because at this point I'm on my lunch break. And so she was like, I'm going on break. I'm coming back or something like that. She said, I said, oh, I'm already on break, blah, blah, blah. And so I told her, I said, tell, our friend that he might want to go ahead and go to break now once you see him, because, we're not going to be able to get all our breaks in if we don't start going immediately. And so she was like, okay. So when I get back, the woman is there and she's chatting it up with my friend. And so I was like, okay. They become kind of like fast friends because they were not, friends or nothing like that. Even though when they both were working where they were working before, it was the lowest level paying position there. But they both were working that job. So you would think they would cross paths and that they would be cool or whatever. No, they weren't. So it is what it is. And I guess because they were on one shift and she was on another, but sometimes it would overlap if one or both of them had to pull overtime, especially if the other person was volunteering for overtime. So anyway, now they're cool, now they're friends or whatever, right? And so, especially when they started working back there. So my friend ended up getting the position that I have right now, where it wasn't a full-time position. And a situation happened and a position opened up. She applied for it and she was able to get it. So, a personal situation unfolded and she needed somebody to talk to. And so the woman opened up to my friend and started talking to her. And ever since then, they've been cool. So I was like, oh, well, that's nice. And so, she never knew what the beef was. And I was like, there's no beef. It's just literally that when I speak to her, she won't speak back. It's just, it's beyond me. But if she wanted no information or if she feels compelled to come to me and talk to me about a situation, she'll do that. But when I just speak in general, she won't speak. And it's very random and very confusing for me. So I don't know. So I had came back from break. So like I said, I see them talking and I'm like, okay, whatever. Let me bypass all that. Like you can say they having a good old time. I'm like, yeah, let me go back to where I was. So I'm about to get some more stuff, going so I can do some paperwork and all this other stuff. And so she stopped me and she was asking me questions and trying to figure out what I was about to do. And I told her, I was like, well, all day they've been calling on the radio, so I'm just trying to make sure everything is straight. So she's explaining to me that I ain't got to do all that and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, well, she was like, well, unless her friend or somebody that works in the department where her friend is calling us and says something, that most of the time that stuff works itself out. That was fine. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, everything she said to me, it was, helpful. But I feel as though I wasn't very receptive wholeheartedly, like I generally would be because of how she's treated me. Like paying me dust for literally no reason. I'm saying good morning to you, but you'll say good morning to everybody. I don't know. Stuff like that rubs me the wrong way. When I know I haven't done anything crazy to you. I haven't done anything at all to you except say good morning. So she was just, she talked to me for a long time. I was just like, oh, okay, oh, okay, oh, okay. And then I went on by my business. I started doing other stuff, and I was just like, all right. And she offered to help me do some stuff, and it never happened. So I was like, okay, because I told her that the reason why certain things were not operational, I figured out what it could be, but it's something that maintenance has to fix. And so she was like, well, we need to work on those things because what you put up there for maintenance to work on, the way that you worded it, they'll say that it's something that we have to work on. And I'm like, oh, okay, I understand that. That's fine. But it's something that I was not going to be able to fix, y'all. Like, it is what it is. And it's funny because I've never had any of these issues before. That's what was confusing me. I'm like, I had never had none of this to happen to me before. When I was running this stuff by myself, running my side of the department by myself, on the shift that I was training on, never had these issues happen before. It was random, y'all. So anyway, I don't know. It just got to the point. It was like the end of the day, and they just over there talking, having a good old time, and I'm just making sure everything is looking the way it's supposed to look. And they just looking at me like, what's she doing? I was just like, child, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, just pray for me, y'all. I'm trying to be better about stuff like that because I just don't take it well when I know I haven't done anything to you and you act funny towards me. And then with her, she'll come to me and start talking to me. And I'm just like, but you won't even say good morning back to me. It's so weird. Like, she is a morning person. She is a morning person. So it's not, no, well, maybe she's not a morning person. She's a morning person. Like I said, she's talking full-fledged to everybody else. I don't know. It ain't no jealousy because she fine as I don't know what. It ain't none of that. She just got a new vehicle not too long ago. Her car better than mine, so it ain't that. She has a full-time position back there making the most money, so it ain't that. So she making more money than me. She looks better than me. Her skin darker than mine, which is everything. She has an amazing dark chocolate complexion. She is so pretty. She ain't hardly got no stomach. She ain't got no fat. Back fat. She got a humongous booty. Like, her body is everything. So I'm like, there's no reason in my mind to where she would have a problem with me or to be jealous of me, and that's what it is, or something like that. I don't think that's what it is. I'm confused. I don't know what it could be. I'm not trying to gun for nobody's spot. I'm just in there, do my job, go home. I just want my check. That's it. Tell me why the not so divorced man gonna like the video that I put up the other day. Now see, for those of y'all who've been seeing my little shorts that I put up, y'all don't never see what I be really doing. I think there might be one or two of y'all who somehow was able to slip in, so to speak, and y'all are on my Instagram and y'all can see what I be posting. Y'all, on the other hand, that didn't, y'all don't understand the stuff I be posting. The people be inboxing me. The people be done lost their mind. The people be lost their mind. Look, wait a minute, I got hot all of a sudden. I was like, I turned the fan on. Listen, I know y'all hear the fan in the background. Oh, wait a minute, I got it up as high as possible. Let me turn it down. Okay, so anyway, I be minding my business, y'all. But, like, in all honesty, most of the time when I put those shorts up there, I put it up there so that y'all can see that I am moving And, you know, I'm still trying to work on me. I'm not where I need to be, nowhere where I need to be. I'm not. But I'm trying. So I guess this is where I can start telling y'all about what I've been trying to do. Child, where is it at though? Um, so this morning when I left out, I needed to go and run a couple of errands before it started actually getting hot outside. So before I left, I was like, something kept directing my eyes at something that I purchased forever ago. I can't even begin to tell you when I purchased it. I think I purchased that stuff last year, like a good little while ago. And so I don't know. I It's called MSM, okay? And let me go get the container that I have because they have several different ones out there. Okay, y'all. So I just thoroughly washed my hands and all that, but yeah, this is what my container looks like. MSM crystals, okay? So when I first purchased this, I was already scared because I knew there was a scoop that was supposed to come with it. But first of all, let me show y'all. This is what it says. So anybody who want a screenshot, it tells you what all is in it. But I'm going to tell y'all, supports joints and connective tissue, supports healthy hair, skin, and nails, bioavailable form of sulfur. I looked into sulfur and a whole lot of other different things that our bodies normally need in order to remain from being deficient and all of that. And all these deficiencies people normally have, right? And sulfur was one of them. And I was already sold from the first line. Don't tell me nothing about joints and connective tissue after I had a ligament set it off on me in my knee. I already ain't got cartilage. I ain't got time for other random stuff to be popping off. I need every other piece that's in my knee to stay together because I'm not. If Lord is willing, I'm not getting any type of surgery. I'm not getting no hip replacement. I'm not getting no knee replacement. I'm not doing none of that. My friend right now tells me, oh, I think it's about time to get a knee replacement. Girl, no, it's not. Just eat the way you need to eat. You ain't got to do all of this. But anyway, y'all, I'm the type of person where I don't like anything that I got to scoop that's a powder. I always feel like stuff like this is going to be like aspirin type of taste, which is disgusting. And that the scoop is going to be huge. Y'all, when I bust this thing open today, this is what the scoop look like. I'm done. I'm done. I am done. Y'all might not be able to tell how small this is. This is how small this is. This is up to my nose. This is up to my eye. Listen, I don't know what size this is. This might be a fourth of a, does it say it on here? It says 1.25 OC. I don't know. But anyway, this might be a fourth of a teaspoon or something, child. I don't know, or half a teaspoon. I think it's like a fourth of a teaspoon. This is nothing. So it didn't say in any directions what you're supposed to do, but for me, I always naturally figured that I was gonna have to put this big old spoonful of stuff into a smoothie in order to tolerate it. I politely put it in a bottle of water this morning, which y'all saw me sipping on, and I stirred it around and it didn't taste like nothing. So I'm glad about that. But you only do one scoop a day, and I was like, man, had I known that it was gonna be like that, I would have been did that. So now I'm going to try my best to make sure that I take this daily, because I'm drinking water all day, every day anyway. And look, wait a minute. See, the Lord be knowing. Stuff be popping off, y'all, and it be so, I will think it's random, but I'm like, no, it's God talking to you. So I woke up this morning. When I woke up this morning, I felt like my ankles and my feet were about to explode. God woke up and tapped me on my shoulder, was like, my child, you need to stop this foolishness. So I grabbed a bag of chips that I had. And I'm over here because it's like one of my favorite little things of chips, child. I just cannot do salt like I grew up doing. Like high sodium stuff, I can't do it. Like I used to could do that crap, and then I elevate my legs and feet and all that stuff for a couple of hours, it'll go down. Man, my body be like, nope, no ma'am. So right now my feet are about to explode. And yeah. I can't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of my start drinking some of my allergic reaction tea, because I do have alkaline teas that are geared towards that. So everything will get flushed out of my body as I'm drinking the tea. That's the one good thing about tea. I mean, I hate tea per se in a way a little bit because it makes me feel like a racehorse, but that's the point. It's supposed to be getting and flushing all this stuff out of me. So yeah, y'all. So that's what I'm doing today. So all I've done so far today, as far as like healthy lifestyle wise, is I've drank a bottle of water, spring water, with a scoop of this in it. I am about to, before the end of the day, I'm gonna at least do 1 cup of alkaline tea. But in the meantime, in between time, I might be doing some more water, and I don't know. Debating on if I'm gonna say anything about this. I don't know, because it's not really telling me anything on here that I can tell y'all about, because it's everything. Yeah, I can't tell y'all about this right now. I'm gonna tell y'all about it eventually, because I have some more coming, and this don't expire until the beginning of next year. But I have some more coming, so I'm not really worried about it. So until that comes, I'm gonna keep on using this, and then I'm gonna wait until probably the end of the summer and stop taking these, and then start up on the newest package of it that I have coming. But yeah, y'all, even before my relationship was over with my ex, I was looking into certain herbs and things that are supposed to help the things that are going on with me that occur naturally in the environment and whatever. And a lot of that stuff has really helped me, despite the fact that I don't do right with eating and all that stuff. I'm about to though. Oh, trust and believe, because I be trying to get over with some of the stuff I be eating, because I know I can't eat shrimp and stuff like that no more. So I don't even try. Like, that was the most painful, and I really thought that my feet were probably going to, for real, literally explode. Like, even being off my feet, it hurt and it was itchy, and I've never felt any of that combination before. It's too much going on at once. So yeah, y'all, yeah, my body is really rejecting a whole lot of stuff now, and I'm just trying to get my life right. Like, I gotta get this weight off me. And like I was saying before, when I was doing the shorts and stuff, a lot of the stuff that y'all see, those little videos that I put up, is showing y'all and myself, the progress that I'm trying to make and where I am currently. And as I go down the line, y'all will see the progress that I'm making. But like yesterday, oh yeah, I was sweating and all that, even doing the bare minimum. Like, people don't understand. I can do the bare minimum and I'm sweating and I'm losing weight. So I'm gonna move. Sometimes all it takes is for you to just move a little bit, and that's the first step. So, might not be easy, but I'm trying to do what I need to do so I can be a better me overall, because I hate not being able to do things that were simple to me back in the day. I hate not being able to just say, you know what, I want to do this, without my next thought being, dang, I'm gonna have to get up and go do this, or ooh, I'm gonna have to walk up them steps. I'm gonna be winded. Man, my feet gonna be hurting, man. And I mean, I will make up every excuse in the book. Like, I don't want to have to do that. I don't even like going and sitting at a restaurant. Even if I'm gonna just go and sit, like, on the 16th of this month, I'm going to a restaurant. I'm not gonna eat any, I don't think they have anything that I'll be able to eat, but I want to celebrate this person that's retiring. So I'm gonna eat before I leave the house, because it'll be alkaline or fruitarian type of things that I'm gonna eat, and drink my water and be done with it. And I'm just gonna celebrate them. But I don't even like going out to eat, because I know there's a chance I'm gonna have to sit at a table and it's gonna be up on me. Like, it'd be so much stuff, y'all, and I don't be having time for it. So this is the last thing I'm gonna tell y'all, and I gotta come in a little bit closer to tell y'all this. Tell me why last night I'm minding my business and I am up late watching TV. Tell me why all of a sudden I hear the door downstairs to the building open up, and I hear somebody like trying to throw up. And I'm like, I really feel like it has turned into full on throw up now. So when I went outside earlier to go and throw my clothes in the car so I can go and dry them, why is it dried up throw up on the door? Why is it dried up throw up on the steps? These raggedy heifers done been in and out the building today and still have not cleaned it up. Like, these people are disgusting. I can't stand nasty people. But anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all later on. Bye.